Shedeur Sanders started a battle on the Browns he didn't see coming between Joe Flacco and Deshaun Watson. Shedeur Sanders is now trapped between the two sides. Shedeur Sanders may not know it yet, but the real fight for his NFL future has already begun. And it's not just about football. It's a quiet battle inside the Cleveland Browns quarterback room, where mentorship, leadership styles, and egos are clashing harder than helmets on a blitz. On one side, you have Deshaun Watson, injured but far from absent. The Browns' starting QB has been a steady, supportive presence, especially for the rookies. He's taken both Sanders and fellow draft pick Gabriel under his wing, spending time with them on and off the field, answering questions, guiding film sessions, and acting as the calm veteran voice every young QB hopes to find in their first NFL locker room. On the other side, Joe Flacco. The Super Bowl champ made it clear from day one he's not here to babysit. "I'm not a mentor," Flacco said bluntly. "I play football." Sure, he's willing to talk shop if the rookies ask, but there's no follow-up, no extra effort. For Shedeur, that creates a sharp contrast. Two NFL vets, two very different approaches. One opens the door, the other leaves it cracked, if you're lucky. It's the kind of dynamic that can shape or shake a rookie's confidence, especially when that rookie is already carrying a chip on his shoulder. Shedeur Sanders was supposed to be a first-round talent. Instead, he fell all the way to pick no, 144. Now he's in a four-man battle for the starting job with Flacco, Gabriel, and Kenny Pickett, and he's got to fight his way up from the bottom. Cleveland's quarterback room has quietly become one of the most unpredictable in the league, a pressure cooker of talent, expectations, and clashing philosophies. The Browns took a big swing in the draft, and now they're watching to see if anyone connects. For Shedeur, it's a chance to prove himself. For Watson, it's a shot at redemption, not just for his injury, but for everything else. And for Flacco, it's business as usual. No mentoring, just football. In the NFL, drama is often orchestrated. Coaches play the press, quarterbacks trade subtle jabs in interviews, and front offices leak anonymous sources to keep fans talking. But sometimes the drama is accidental, a spark from the most unlikely source. That's exactly what happened in Cleveland when rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders, freshly drafted and full of confidence, unknowingly lit the fuse on a quarterback battle he never meant to start, one between two veterans, Joe Flacco and Deshaun Watson. What began as a rookie trying to find his footing quickly turned into one of the most fascinating quarterback power struggles the Browns have seen in years. A rookie enters the room. When Shedeur Sanders walked into the Browns facility, it wasn't as a savior. Not yet, but there was buzz. He had pedigree, star power, and that Colorado swagger passed down from his father, NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders. The media couldn't get enough of him. Every throw in rookie camp was posted on social media. Every statement became a headline. But Shedeur wasn't the only name in the quarterback room. And then that fall was when Joe Flacco, the grizzled veteran, was still around after his surprising late-season heroics the year before. At 40, he'd come off the bench, slung the ball like it was 2012 again, and nearly dragged the Browns into playoff contention. The locker room loved him. Fans did too. And then there was Deshaun Watson, still the official franchise quarterback, still holding the team's massive financial commitment, but with two injury-marred seasons and a cloud of doubt trailing behind him. Watson wasn't just playing for wins. He was playing to justify a $230 million zero-cents gamble that hadn't paid off. Into this delicate ecosystem walked Shedeur Sanders, carrying nothing but talent, confidence, and an innocent comment that turned everything upside down. The comment that lit the fire. It was supposed to be a harmless answer. During a post-practice interview, a reporter asked Shedeur how it felt learning from two experienced quarterbacks in Flacco and Watson. He smiled, casual as ever, and said, "It's cool. Joe's like a coach on the field really teaching the game. I learn a lot watching how he reads defenses. Deshaun, he's crazy athletic, but I'm more focused on how Joe commands the huddle. That's something I want to bring to my game." Wasn't a shot, not really. But in the high-pressure world of NFL quarterback rooms, nuance doesn't always survive the headlines. The quotes spread like wildfire. Shedeur prefers Flacco's leadership to Watson's athleticism. Rookie QB modeling his game after Joe, not Deshaun. Is Watson losing the locker room? Suddenly, the Browns had a problem. The tension builds internally. Things grew tense. Reports emerged that Deshaun Watson was not thrilled with the media coverage, and even less pleased with how some teammates started referring to Flacco as Coach Joe during walkthroughs. What Shedeur didn't know was that the locker room was already split. Some players respected Watson's talent, but questioned his leadership. Others felt Flacco, despite his age, brought a calming presence they desperately needed. Now, with Shedeur publicly admiring Joe's huddle command, younger players began gravitating toward him too. Shedeur hadn't meant to pick a side, but his preference for Flacco's style was becoming something more than just a compliment. It was a subtle challenge to the team's established hierarchy, and Deshaun felt it. Training camp turns into a proving ground. By mid-training camp, things were no longer subtle. Flacco was taking more reps with the ones than expected. Watson, determined to reassert dominance, started forcing plays in practice, deep bombs into double coverage, scrambles on design passing downs, a few too many overthrows. Meanwhile, Shedeur kept learning quietly, but even that was causing problems. Every time he sat with Flacco on the sideline, scribbling in a notebook, analysts noted the chemistry. Every clip of Flacco and Shedeur breaking down coverages was compared to Watson throwing solo. It wasn't long before local media dubbed it the QB triangle.